that subscribe button and hit that like button today. We're going to be talking about some stocks. We got TeraWolf, we got Silver Corp Metals, we got Barrick Gold, a lot of different stocks that we need to talk about today. And remember, guys, we're making easy money here on this channel. If you want to get in on some of these trades with me, hit that like button and join on the Patreon. All right, guys. Today we're making very easy money, very easy indeed. It's just a matter of clicking a button and taking profits, okay? This is why we invest, and this is why you guys follow me. And a lot of you guys are not going to believe these investments when I first tell you. You're just not going to believe it. But then once the investment goes up a whole bunch, then you're going to say, oh, now should I buy? Okay, I believe you now. Should I buy it now? So you guys, you got to be smart. You got to get in on these trades early with me. Okay, not financial advice, but I charge $10 for the Patreon. Get in on these trades early when I talk about them, when I say them. Don't wait until it skyrockets. My goal is to make myself rich and make you rich. And my goal is to collect money on the Patreon as a second stream of income. All right. I got a full-time job. I do stock trading, crypto trading, and I'm trying to make another stream with having my Patreon. So I tell you guys all about the stocks on there. Okay. So today, a big winner is, obviously TeraWolf. It hit about $15.90. So I turned about $400 into $18,000, just like that. It's just that easy. It's super, super easy. The hard part is just waiting for that investment to pay out. Most people do not have the patience. You tell me, oh, if I'll give you $500, you can make me 20 grand, but I don't want to wait 6 months. I don't want to do that. You hear how you understand how stupid that is? It's the average person. I could tell you, I'll make you 20 grand, but you're going to have to wait 6 months. Oh, nope, I don't want to. Or you might have to wait a little bit longer, or not even quite as long. Oh, nope, I don't want to. I want you to make me $20,000 tomorrow. Then I'll pay you for your Patreon. Okay? People are asking insane things. It just doesn't work like that. You can't make 20 grand in one day unless you're already starting with a lot of money. You got a lot of money to risk. Okay? I want to help out men that are very poor indeed, that hardly have any money. I want to help out men that hardly have 2 pennies to rub together. And I want to get you guys on the right track to becoming a millionaire. That's why I'm here on this channel. That's why I'm talking to you right now. That's why I'm wasting this time out of my day. And a lot of it is wasted because a lot of you guys don't even listen to me. What's up, Jesus Rodriguez? You're the bomb. Thank you for the good comment. Love your knowledge. It's not financial advice. It's my money. I want it now. Call damn JG Wentworth. Get 877 cash now. Are you a millionaire? No, I did not become a millionaire yet. I'm on my path to doing so. So you can watch me on my path. This is what my channel is. It's my path to becoming a millionaire. And I'm showing you how it's done, and you can get in on these trades with me too. Basically, I spent a lot of my life trying to gain the knowledge to get rich in the stock market. I've come up, and then I came down, come up, come down. And I've seeked out those people that have that knowledge. And now I have the knowledge. So now I'm going to become a millionaire. It's all just a matter of, risk tolerance. You got to gain the knowledge. You got to know how to research stocks. You got to know how options work. You got to understand the option chain. You got to gain all this knowledge, put it together. And then you got to have the right temperament, the right personality to become a stock trader. A lot of people will sell too early. They'll get too over enthusiastic, to put too much money in the wrong thing. They'll go all in on something, and then they won't put enough money in something else. Or people will get, guys, a lot of people can't trade. You just can't do it. A lot of people don't know how to trade correctly. Okay? In fact, most of the money that I make in the stock market, I take it from a lot of you people that don't have a lot of knowledge. Not to be mean, but I take money from a lot of men that I should be helping, that I am trying to help to join this channel. I take money from the noobs. That's just the way it is. They got to pay their dues. Okay. Just like I had to pay my dues to learn. I had to spend a lot of money and lose a lot of money in the stock market before I actually learned how it works. A lot of you guys that don't know how to trade, you should come in on some of these trades with me. If you don't have that knowledge yet and you want to start learning more about investing. No, I'm not a millionaire, but that is my goal. That is the goal. Remember, guys, our goal as men, our goal should be to be providers and protectors. Okay, we got to invest money, buy a house in cash, and be able to send your kids to college, be able to afford lots of extra food, water, supplies, be able to hold gold and silver. Okay, these are all our jobs as men. You got to accept your job or you're going to stay a weak loser. Okay. These women, they want guys that have something to offer. That's just the fact of nature. Okay. It doesn't mean that women are evil. You know, every once in a while, yeah, you see a woman go for a poor man or a man that has broken legs or whatever the hell. But most women, they want a guy that can provide a lot and's got a lot of money, and a guy that has a high status, so that when they're with him, that'll raise their status up, you know, making them look better. You know, that's just the way that nature is. The world is not meant to be understood always. It's meant to be accepted. Okay. And then only the strong will survive in this world. Only fortune will favor the bold. Okay. If you're weak, you're scared, you don't want to talk to that girl. You don't want to buy those stocks. Nothing's ever going to happen for you. But if you actually become bold, you do talk to that woman. You do take that cash. You buy those stocks. Things are going to start to happen. Okay. Fortune favors the bold. That is one of the most important statements that you guys do need to remember. Luck, good luck favors the bold, you know? All right, guys. So let's go. Calories equal cheaper prices. Crashes. Yes. Whenever you get a crash, that means everything is on sale. Okay. I love a good crash. Love a good crash. But the big crash is coming, but it's not time yet. I do believe we can still make a lot of money in these markets before the big one comes. Okay. A lot of people are, you know, nervous and selling out and getting out of stocks. That's totally okay. Warren Buffett, if he's scared, that's okay. I don't blame him if he's a chicken. But I think we can still make a lot of money in these markets before the big one comes. Okay. And I do think the big crash will come in about 6 to 8 months. Okay. What's your year-to-date returns? Mine was 7 point after crash. Before it was 8. Well, my returns in the last 6 months, my returns have been double, basically 100% in the last 6 months. My account, it's at a level that I can hardly believe. And I just want to sell this stock. I want to sell these stocks now, but it's not time yet. We got to hold on. I'm not trying to just make a little bit of money. I want to become a millionaire. Okay. My year-to-date returns are skyrocketing. Why? Because I have gold and silver stocks. I tell all of you guys, your portfolio should be mostly gold and silver stocks. And then your portfolio can be up 100% in the last 6 months like mine. Okay? So you guys got to start listening, like I was saying at the beginning of this video. You know, find people that you can trust and listen to them. Find people with a good temperament. You don't want to listen to gamblers. I actually learned options trading from a gambler. These guys that gamble, they like to trade options, you know. What silver and gold stocks should I buy? I have the whole list on my Patreon. I have the legitimate list is on my Patreon. Okay. But I put up a bunch of new videos and stuff. I got to make a new video with my updated gold stock list, because a lot of the stocks that I have told you about, they've already skyrocketed. So now I'm going to make an updated gold list with a lot of the gold stocks that still have yet to go. Okay. I don't even want to tell you, because these stocks are so good. They're golden. They're printing money, you know. There's one that I can think of in particular that this one guy mentioned that he's loading up on it. I don't know if you're watching right now, but he's loading up on it as well. And I hold stock and option on this one, and I think this is going to be a big one. I think it's going to run from where it is now. I don't even want to tell you the price because you're going to try to find out what stock it is. But I think this one can 3x, 3 to 4x. And if you hold options, you can make way more than 3 to 4x. Okay? Options are risky. You could lose everything. Join the Patreon, Rolando. Yes, Jesus Rodriguez. The Patreon is very weak, very small indeed. But I do legit have those stock plays on there for you. But you have to just watch all of the videos. You'll see my video where I talk about my gold stock list. Okay? But I'm going to make an updated one because things have changed. All those stocks that I told you about, they skyrocketed. So like I said, I'm going to make a new list that's going to be, more of the penny stocks because the penny stocks go up last in a gold bull run. Also, my main platinum stock, that's hardly doing anything. This one's gold. This one is going to be crazy, guys. I can't tell you what it is, but they do mine platinum, and it's a penny stock. And they also mine gold and copper and silver and everything. And this one is still super, super cheap. We've seen stocks that I told you about, like IAG, I Am Gold. These went from $1 to $13. Okay. That's one example on the Patreon. I don't think you should buy that one now, but I still think it's going to double again. But there's way, way, way better stocks. So all of the while this bull market is going on, certain stocks are standing out as better ones. And other ones that they've already gone up quite a bit, I have a small portfolio of $430. I put $20 in all my stock positions. Is this good asset allocation? $20 in all my stock. So he has $430 and he put $20 in each stock. There's different ways to look at it. I would say that, yes, that's considered diversification, but you should have some stocks that you believe in more than others. And in those stocks that you truly believe in, you should have more than $20 in those ones. Okay? That tells me that you don't have a clue which stocks are better than the other ones. You're just picking random ones and you're just putting $20 in each one. You say, oh, this might be a good one. This might be a good one. This might be a good one. That's what you're doing. That shows a lack of knowledge on your part. But it does show a good attempt at diversification. So it shows me that you kind of know what you're doing, but you still got a lot to learn. $20 is better than zero. Yes, absolutely. For example, I think AGQ is a good position, so I put a little bit more money in that one, and it's paying me off big time. Okay, let me just show you what AGQ is worth today. AGQ. You guys want to make money? Hit that subscribe button right now. Not financial advice. So let me show you what this did in the last year. Here it is. It's 88.66. 48%. It's up 110% in the past year. 110. Okay. We started off down here. Look at this. Let's just pick a spot right here. 39.13 right there. I told you guys to buy it this whole time. Remember? I told you guys to buy it here. And now, boom. It went from 39 right here up to $88. Watch this. Just watch. Boom. Look at this. This is the previous bull run. And this is the current bull run. Okay? Previous bull run, current bull run. What do you think is going to happen next? I think this could go easily $150. Right now we're at 88.66. We're looking at an easy $150. That's almost a double. I think we could go higher than that too. I think AGQ could go between $150 and I'm going to say $400. Okay? You do have time decay. I don't think we could get up to those previous highs of 2011 when AGQ hit like $700. But I think we could get to $400. Okay? So this is just one example of one of the ETFs that I have on my Patreon. Okay. I told you about these when they were cheap. Cheap AF. Okay. No, it's a silver ETF, bro. It's a double leveraged silver ETF. Okay. I'll tell you this. A lot of people want to buy the SLV. What you want to do for silver is you want to buy AGQ. AGQ. That gives you more leverage. You can make more money. So if you're a bull, you're going to make more money. But if you're a bear, obviously you want to short it, and then you'll think you can make more money. You could go long on these leverage ETFs. You can also short them. Okay, guys, we're making money in this gold bull run. We're also going to make money when it goes down. Okay, so we can make money all the freaking time, constantly, year after year. Okay, so if you want to get in on some of these, join my Patreon, guys. $5 or $10. $10. And honestly, I should make it a lot more than that, because I have a feeling that my Patreon has more value than other people that charge $1,000 for their newsletters, and I charge $10. Yes, it's a silver ETF. It is. That's the good one. Okay, I rarely give you guys free stocks, but yes, AGQ. It already moved up a lot, so this is one of them that I've been telling you guys for a while. But I heard leverage ETFs are not good long-term stable investments. Why is this one different? Oh, it's not. It's not different, dude. But that's something that you heard. You heard that from somebody. Okay, you heard that from somebody. You didn't hear from me. Okay, so what you've heard was that ETFs are not good long-term stable investments. Why? Because they have a thing called time decay. Okay, that's why they're not good for stable long-term. Time decay. These things have operating costs. And what the time decay means is that, over time, you're not going to hit these levels that you've hit in the past. Okay, but it doesn't matter. These are not long-term investments. They're short-term investments. Okay? AGQ, the TQQQ, SOXL. These are short-term investments. We're talking at most 2 to 3 year investments. 2 to 3 years. Okay? These are not things to buy and hold until you retire. You don't want to buy AGQ and think you're going to retire on it because of time decay. Now, AGQ is actually different because the time decay, it's managed very, very well, and it actually doesn't have that much time decay. AGQ is actually a really, really good ETF. Very low time decay. It's only double leveraged. It's not triple leveraged. If it was triple leveraged, it would have way more time decay. It would lose way more value. Okay? So AGQ is not really different. It's a little bit different, but it's not really different. You want to buy AGQ, and then you want to just hold it for a number of months. You shouldn't hold this thing for 20, 30 years. No. Just like you shouldn't hold the semiconductor ETF for 30 years. Because the markets will go up, but the time decay is more powerful. Over time, the SOXL should go down. So yes, these are very risky investments, but don't let people like that scare you. Okay, somebody told you it wasn't a good investment. Somebody told you that leverage ETFs were not good. They wanted you to stay poor. They don't want you to get rich. I don't know who that person was that told you that, but they probably want you. They don't want you to become more wealthy than they are. So they know you have this knowledge about ETFs, but they want to tame it down. Oh, yeah, ETFs. Yeah, don't buy those. Don't buy those. They're not safe. Don't trust that kind of guy, okay? Trust the person that says, you know what, you think that's a good investment? Why don't you go do it? Why don't you go take a chance, take a risk? That's the kind of person you should trust. As long as they're not telling you to risk everything. Okay? I'll never tell you to risk everything. Love your videos, bro. Keep up the great work. Thank you for that. I got to put a title. I didn't even put a title in this live yet. I have to do that real quick. Then I have to check my stocks again. No. Sometimes I try not even to look at the stocks because I know they're going up. I know gold and silver are going to skyrocket. I know everything's going up. So I just try not even to look. Sometimes that's what you have to do. The more you look, the more you think you're going to have to make changes. So sometimes you just want to build a nice portfolio and just leave it for a little bit. You don't need to look every single minute of every day. Okay? So I went into SOXL and lost 23%. Lesson learned. If you go into these things at the wrong time, or if you start thinking, oh, I'll just hold this for a very long time, with SOXL, you want to buy that during a major sell-off. You want to buy that when the market is tanking. Okay? You want to buy that when everyone's very bearish. Don't buy it when everyone's excited about the stock market, okay? So you just want to train yourself to buy when everyone else is selling it, You become rich by becoming a contrarian. I've heard people say that over and over again. It's very valuable information what I'm telling you. Most of you will not realize that. But I've heard many people say that, I only became rich once I started betting against the crowd. Once I became a contrarian, that's how I made most of my money. Rick Rule said that. That guy's a millionaire. He's got millions. All right, guys, let's go. Let's get rich. 4 hours on Webull. Bro, I feel you, but I have 4 hours on Webull. First of all, guys, I would not buy any stocks unless they're gold or silver. You can take your chances on the semiconductor ETF, but I'm not buying that right now. I think it will go higher, but I'm not. Same with Tesla. I think that will probably go higher, but I just think gold stocks are just the superior investment right now. Gold and silver stocks are the superior investment. They beat everything. They're beating the whole stock market. And they want to say, oh, gold is dead. Bitcoin's the new gold. I knew that was a lie from day one. Bitcoin's the new gold. Bitcoin's going to have diminishing returns. Gold's going to have explosive returns. Okay? So from here on out, Bitcoin is not the new gold. Maybe it was, not anymore. Question is, what's going to happen to gold next? In the short term, who knows? But in the long term, it's going to 50,000. I am not worried about gold. We're going to get a correction, yes. My view on Ethereum. Well, there was a lot of promises, and Ethereum never lived up to the hype. But they got ETFs. That makes it more better, right? Because just because they got an ETF, Ethereum must be better. No, it's just a new way to trade it. Ethereum had a lot of promises, and they never held true to them, okay? And it's not developing like they thought. It's just a freaking bubble, Ethereum is a stupid fake crypto bubble. But I think it's going higher. That's what all crypto is. I think some cryptocurrencies are good, like ICP, but I think most cryptos are scams, most of them. And they pretend that they're actually good, like XRP. It's a scam. There's no other way to put it, okay? What do you think about crypto indexes? I don't like indexes. Fortune favors the bold. The bold buy individual cryptos, okay? Indexes are for people that are scared. If you really want to get rich, you got to do the real research and buy individual cryptocurrencies, okay? An index is never going to perform as high as certain individual stocks or certain individual cryptos. What is the best cryptocurrency? It's ICP, Internet Computer. That's the easy one. So we just go with the ICP, forget about the indexes. Internet Computer is going to make us all rich, not financial advice. Best 5 cryptos to invest in. I'm just going to say my number one is ICP. I have about 14 different cryptocurrencies, but I'm not trying to give you those for free. But the only one I am giving for free is ICP, because if I didn't tell you, then I would be fucking evil for not telling you what the best crypto is. So that's the only reason I tell you that, because I'm not an evil person. I'm going to give you the best one. But for the gold stocks, I'm not telling you the best one, okay? Only telling you the best crypto. If you want the best gold stock, you got to go on my Patreon. Pepe and Shiba are a steal at these prices. I think those are great deals. Heck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I do like Pepe and Shiba Inu. I do own them too. Hell yeah, dude. You got to have Pepe and Shiba in your portfolio. I think Shiba could 3 to 10x, and Pepe, I think that could like 3 to 7x, in my opinion. So I think those are both looking at a minimum of 3x. So if you invest $1,000 into Shiba Inu, you could get out with somewhere between 3 and 10,000, I believe. Yes, none of this is financial advice, but you guys, we got to take getting rich very, very seriously. You have to get really serious. You think your whole life you can just goof off? I know that's what you think. That's what I thought too. Oh, I'm just going to goof off. But then you're going to turn 30 years old. You're going to turn 40 years old. You're going to be like, oh, shit. Now I got to catch up. I got to get rich. How do I do that? Stock market. Stock market's the only way to do it. You could become a doctor, sure, but then you're going to have to pay back your college tuition, which is going to be over $100,000, you know? And who wants to go to school to become a doctor and study for 8 years? You could sell life insurance and make a lot of money, but you're still going to have to grow that money. You're still going to have to invest it in the markets if you really want to get rich, you know? There's no way around it. If you want to get rich, everybody goes into the markets. Politicians, Trump, all wealthy people they basically build wealth in the stock market. Where else are you going to put it? You're going to put your wealth in dollar bills and that's going to go down. No, wealthy people all get into the markets, guys. Okay. So if you are poor, I want you to get into the markets. You don't have to be wealthy to start investing. Okay. A lot of these wealthy people, they got rich because they got stock tips. You know, they got into the stock market. What net worth do you consider rich? Well, if you live in Africa, if your net worth is 10,000, you're rich. If you live in California, if your net worth is 2 million, I would actually probably like closer to 4 million if you live in California, then you're rich. If you live in a more rural area, Idaho, you know, Pennsylvania, you know, then if you have 1 million, you're probably rich, I would say. You know, it depends where you live. It depends how much things cost. If you're down south, $1 million will get you pretty far. But if you're in California, $1 million, it's only going to get you by like 5 years, and you'll be broke. So to become rich, I would say you need somewhere between $1 and $5 million is fairly starting to get rich. Truly rich, you know, you need 100 million though. People I know brag about how much beer they drink on the weekend. I brag about how much I invested. I don't understand these people that just bragging about how drunk they get. They're in a different point in life. Maybe they're not very smart too. Maybe their IQ is way down here. Maybe they're the kind of person that just likes to live their life one day to the next and they don't think about the future. You know, all these people that are out there getting wasted, they're going to get to a point in their life and they're going to say, oh shit, I wasted all those years. Now, how do I get rich? And you know what? A lot of them are just going to give up because they're going to think it's not possible. Okay. Do not give up. You can get rich. There's 11 people here watching this video. You don't think there's enough wealth in the world that all 11 of us can become millionaires? There's enough money floating around in the system. We just have to take it throughout the stock market. Okay? We take money. A lot of it is from people that don't have experience, yes. People that don't know how to trade as good as us. But that's their problem. That's their problem. All right, guys. Bro, it happened to me and I changed this year. Start investing. Silver lining bullion. Yes, the silver guy. At least not in the time span that you're probably thinking. Wait, what? What not in the time span? I said something and just trying to get drunk tonight. John, just turning in. Oh, KC trades. He wants to get drunk tonight. Don't do that. You can focus on writing a book. Focus on your next big play. You know, I gave up drinking, and when I did, my life started getting better. I started getting more cut, getting more muscle, getting more confidence, getting those higher testosterone levels back. Okay, you got to quit drinking. It's really going to kill your testosterone. I drank a lot when I was young. I was a freaking moron. I was an idiot, just like you are right now. And you will grow past that. Well, you might not. You may not grow out of that. But you have the possibility too. You have the potential that you could grow out of drinking and you could give it away. I guarantee you possibly could if you can really get stronger and do it, you know. Buy some silver instead of beer. Yes, maybe instead of spending money on a beer, you should spend that $10 and buy a stock. Like KC Trades is already a stock trader. He's already a stock trader. He does a good job too. But he's got to quit drinking because your body could look a lot better if you quit drinking. Drinking it's just like poison. It converts to ethanol and it's terrible on all your organs. Yes, your organs can recover, but it's still not good. You don't want your body's energies and resources to be trying to heal you from your night of drinking. That's a stupid use of your resources in your body. You have to actually help your body. Help your body be healthy. 10,000 shares of DraftKings. Yeah. This guy went all in. Sometimes you can do that and you can do very well. I'm not a big believer in DraftKings, but I think it could go up to $45 a share, maybe even higher. But I'm not a fan. But yeah. Okay, I got to get going, guys. But yeah, dude, you could sell calls on that. You can make money, income. KC Trades is a very good trader. Please check out his channel. What about expensive wine? You should only buy expensive wine once you already make it, once you get rich. Otherwise, you shouldn't really drink wine at all. You should really never drink. DraftKings fell hard on. I still got my TeraWolf options. I hope that thing keeps going up 20, 25. My call was 15 and it already hit my call. So I'm really risking it for the biscuit. But guys, I got to get going. We'll see you very soon in the next video. Let's go.